Hi everyone, I'm Marianne. Welcome back to 28 day knitting challenge. Today we're stepping into the beautiful world of Fire Island knitting. This is a colorwork technique that create stunning, intricate patterns by stranding multiple colors in your work. So if you ever admire those charming multicolor sweaters and thought I could never do that, I'm here to tell you, yes you can. By the end of this video you will know exactly how to do the Fair Isle and how to carry your yarn without tangling, how to read a Fair Isle chart. So grab your needle, your favorite color, and let's knit together. Fair Isle knitting is a traditional stranded colorwork technique that uses two or more colors in a single row. The trick is that instead of cutting the yarn between color change, like in Tarsha, you carry the unused yarn across the back of the work. It looks like this. This creates what we call floats, which add warmth and structure to your fabric. You might be wondering, but what the strands get tangled? Great question. We'll cover how to prevent that in just a moment. Now, Fire Isle patterns are typically worked in stockinette stitch, which means you'll be knitting on the right side and purling on the wrong side if you're working flat. Now, let's take a look at how to handle both. Now, let's take a look about how to read a Fire Isle knitting chart. Unlike the written instruction where they say K3 in MC main color, K2 knit 2 in CC contrast color, a chart gives you a visual roadmap of the pattern. Each square, as usual, is one stitch, and charts are read from bottom to top. When working flat, right side rows, knit rows, are read from right to left. Wrong side rows, purl rows, are read from left to right. Main color and contrast color are the two colors or more than two in the chart. Now, here's how you knit a Fire Isle row. You knit the stitch in the first color, then drop it. You pick your second color and knit the next stitch. And you follow the pattern, just switching the two yarns until the end of the row. You want to keep the yarn consistently on top and the working yarn on top and the other underneath. If you have more than two stitches, or three maximum, you just strand the non-working yarn loosely across the back. Now, on the purl side, you do the same, except that we strand the yarn across the front instead of the back. So you start with the first yarn, And then you bring the new one on top. Working yarn on top. And you finish the row. One of the biggest challenges in Fire Isle knitting is getting the tension right. If your froths are too tight, your fabric will poke. Too loose, and the stitches will look like sloppy. But you always spread your stitches on the right hand needle before switching colors, so you can ensure that the floss is not too tight. If the floss is longer than 4 stitches, you can wave the unused yarn into the back to prevent snagging. You just practice. The more you knit, the more natural your tension will become. Look at you, you did it! You learned how to knit Fire Isle. So keep an even tension, how to read a colorwork chart, and even purl in stranded knitting. That's a huge accomplishment. So now I love to hear from you. What was your biggest challenge? Drop a comment below and let me know. See you tomorrow. Happy knitting!